Inside this test tube behind us here is a new and dangerous drug. It can kill a person in just one dose. In fact, investigators say it's the scariest combination they've seen in decades, and it's already killed people all across the country.
And what's more distressing is that it's making its way right here to South Florida. NBC6 investigator Dan Kraft has more on this new warning from a survivor who lived to tell about it.
The drug is called Gray Death, nicknamed by investigators because it actually looks like a piece of concrete. It has been spotted in states like Ohio and Georgia, but now DEA agents fear it could already be here in South Florida. A teenager told me her first experience with the deadly drug could have been her last time alive. Madison Smith is tired. At just 19, she is in detox, recovering from almost having the life knocked out of her.
If I did a little bit more than I did, I would have died.
She says she started out experimenting with popping pills and drinking. Earlier this month, while on the west coast of Florida near Tampa, she decided to experiment with something much stronger.
We decided to buy a 40 bag of heroin, what we thought was heroin.
It wasn't.
It was kind of a light gray. I haven't ever done it before. I didn't know too much, so I just did a tiny bump off my pinky.
She now believes what she took was Gray Death, and a tiny amount almost killed her.
It's so hard to explain. My legs and my arms kind of felt like noodles. I've never really taken a drug that's ever made me feel this kind of way.
Inside a killer cocktail of opioids, often including heroin, the powerful painkiller fentanyl, the animal tranquilizer carfentanil, and a synthetic opioid called U47700.
It's not heroin anymore. Heroin now is becoming way more expensive, and the synthesized things like Gray Death are becoming a lot cheaper.
And addiction therapists say it could be even deadlier.
Chances are they will overdose immediately.
More than 1,000 people died of a drug overdose just last year in South Florida. And that's before this new lethal combo.
They're not actually out seeking it. It's just showing up in the drugs that they're doing.
Madison checked herself into a South Florida rehab center.
I brought myself here. It was by choice.
A choice she's glad she was able to make, and hopes her story will help others.
It was either come here or die on the street, and now I feel like I actually have hope.
The DEA in Miami tells me they're investigating a few possible cases of Gray Death. They're having the chemicals tested right now to find out what was inside. It could take weeks before they find out. In the studio, Dan Kraft, NBC6 News.